Effective deep drop. He's going to air it out, and that's caught. Gain of 39 that time. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight.
Love the recognition, because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Darrell Young, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And it's 4th down.
I know.
Coming out as they get ready. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll look to throw. Complete on the right side to Green-Beckham. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on third down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course,
back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Room here to run. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
To throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up. And out now come the Eagles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's complete. This is Brent Selleck. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. And now they're in the hurry-up. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Now whistle. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown. Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
So they're going to go for 2.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. 3 down, 3 down. Set, boom, landed.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. Got to take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we... Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep, and that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, nice move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Dancing to his left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but they still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
They'll run the option left, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He loses. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Salek here, left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Aguilar has it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles, if they hit the PAT, they will be in the lead.
Well, I don't want to overlook the touchdown because that was huge. That ties the game. But you know where I'm going, don't you?
Need the PAT, and then you need to stop on defense.
Yeah, in a big way. The guy kicking the ball through the posts, that's where all the spotlight shifts to now.
Well, going into the final play of this game,
babe. Show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this in all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish. I told him it ain't practice it. I'm about to fill you up with Spanish. Walk up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event in boxing and it has the time been ticking. I've been out here playing my position. I'm about to get it now. Ain't no one about to block the hit cause someday, something come on. Someone tell me I'm somewhere, doing alright. Find out someone, somebody that one day will be the love of my life, but not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, something come on. Someone tell me I'm somewhere, doing alright. Somewhere, I'll find out someone.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Here we go now. 319. 319.
Well, fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Because if we repeat what I saw out there today at our next practice, it is going to be a very long season. We can do better.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
Strong left. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is Selleck here with a grab. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They'll look to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And Matthews has it right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. Green, 35.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And some space here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now that definitely hurts up there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
To throw here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The 10th-year linebacker, Chad Greenway, coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. At the end of one, 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your guys.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. They juked him, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run the option left, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the flag is for the very rare illegal forward pass penalty.
Not often that a quarterback forgets where the line of scrimmage is. They have an innate sense about it. On this play, the quarterback did.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A first-time Pro Bowler from a season ago, Anthony Barr. Able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And complete to Zach Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the set.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 43 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They come out here in the eye. Now back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chad Greenway in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Second and goal now from the 8. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Forced out, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He'll look to throw. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw here. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. Backing up. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. To throw. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. To throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Holding. Defense.
And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely. Defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
He'll look to throw. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target. Deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings are going to win this football. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Vikings, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another windy sit.